I wish I had picked the right man to have children with and to marry.
All right, guys, gotta talk about this interesting story from this model woman, okay, who pretty much is saying that she should have listened to her parents. Okay, ultimately, she chose the wrong guy. Okay, her parents knew best in regards to what guy she should have picked. Okay, now in retrospect, I guess hindsight is 2020. She's basically saying, yeah, my life would be a whole lot better if ultimately I chose the right guy. Take a look.
I can't be the only one that feel like this or has ever said this to themselves. But I just came from Quick Trip and I was sitting in my car, sipping on my little, I got iced coffee now. And I saw a family get out of the car, you know, with the kids, the mom and the dad. And man, sometimes, it used to happen a lot more than it happens now, but there are times when I'm sitting in my car and I see families and I'm just like, dang, I wish I could go back in time. If I had known then what I know now. You know, it sucks because it's the decisions that we make really affect us, not just me, and not just you, but for generations. If I had known then what I know now, I wish I could have that family, or had that family with the biological mother and the biological father still together, still like each other and still love each other. Now, don't get it twisted. I don't want to be with that person and never did really. But
That's crazy.
I wish I had picked the right man to have children with and to marry.
I wonder if it's one of those classic scenarios of choosing a Ray Ray and Pookie, okay, choosing a fun guy that they shouldn't necessarily pick. However, they ended up choosing him anyways because they wanted to be in the mix, okay? They wanted the adventure, the excitement of a guy that's out there. I'm just saying. Okay, so I don't know. We'll continue the video and learn more as we go along here, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's a classic case of just choosing a straight up Ray Ray and Pookie, okay? Overlooking the good guy and not necessarily going after the guy that would be a good husband, a good father. Okay, he wasn't necessarily the most popular in school, right? But he was in the books. He came from a good family and overlooked him to go after the bad boy. I don't know. I'm just speculating here, but like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Well, let's keep going.
I wish I had done that. And really, I hate to say it, but I should have listened to my parents. They was right, y'all. They was right in the mud. I know some of y'all young folks may be looking up here, you don't know what you're talking about. He's different or she's different. No, they not. No, they not. They not different. And your parents know. They can look in their, if your parents, any halfway judge of character, if they look in their eyes, they're gonna be like, nope. They can tell by the way. They right. I know you don't want to hear it. 99% of the time, they right. And you will cry tears if you don't listen. Understand, you gonna be sorry, baby. You gonna be sorry later. You gonna be crying, sliding down the wall. Sorry.
The regret is setting in. It's kicking in. Parents normally know, it's either parents, you know, your grandparents, an elder, you know, somebody that really loves you and cares for you, right? I'm talking about having a good relationship with a particular family member. They normally know, right? Because obviously they've gone through different experiences. Okay, experience is going to be your best teacher in life. And again, she probably overlooked the good guy and went for the fun guy, the bad boy. And, you know, hey, she was having a good time probably in the moment. And then seems like she had a kid by him, just based on the video. I could be wrong here, but just based on the wording here, it seems like she had a kid by a gentleman that she didn't even want to have a kid with in the first place. Right? So my next question is, why would you even want to have sex with somebody where you don't possibly want to have a kid with? Right? Assuming that the condom was to break. Again, I don't know what happened here, but if the condom broke, birth control, you know, something went wrong. Why would you possibly put yourself in a situation where you could have the child of a man that you don't even want to have a child with? I'm just saying. Right? So, you know, let's keep going here. Let's see if there's more to the story.
But man, if it makes me sad at times. But I understand that the decisions I made, it must stop with me. And I have to pray for my children that whatever generational stuff going on, it may start with me, but it's going to end with me. And the same thing cannot continue down in generations. I can't have it. So I have to take those steps, those proactive steps to stop it right in its tracks. I made bad decisions, but you know what? I'm going to try my darndest to make sure that my children don't make those same bad decisions. Also, don't get it twisted. I wasn't the only one that made a bad decision at all. Okay, it takes two to tango. Okay, two. But on my part, I can only speak for me. On my part, on my decision, I should have listened to them from freaking day one. But you know what? I'm not the type to live in the past. Just sometimes you see certain things and you reflect like, dang, if I had only did this, if I had only listened, if I had only not did that, or if I had only, it's something inside just be like, ah. But if I hadn't gone through what I went through, if things didn't turn out the way they turned out, I wouldn't be who I am, and I wouldn't have anything to tell my children. I wouldn't be able to tell them no life lessons because, hey, I know how this is going to turn out because I did it, or I didn't do that, and so it's just how it has to be. But what are some of y'all regrets?
All right, guys, so there you have it. Okay, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Okay, now I will give her some credit from the perspective where she's holding herself accountable. Okay, some modern women don't even get to this point. Okay, they are in a constant perpetual wheel of delusion. Okay, they're just in a motion of nothingness. Okay, so I will give her some credit from that perspective. Okay, I guess better late than never. But it is what it is. Okay, you only can do better moving forward, and hopefully the next generation doesn't make the same mistakes as you. All right, so first commenter says, so grateful for my wife, beautiful, godly, a wonderful mother. So grateful. All right, so next commenter says, my mom always said, what's good for you today may not be good for you tomorrow. All right, so next commenter says, I prayed for my husband ever since a little girl because I grew up in a broken home and I always admired families. I'm so happy to be married with my little family. I refuse to have kids before marriage. Yeah, I think that's another key takeaway from this video besides choosing better is to ultimately marry before you carry. Okay, you don't want to lay down with a guy that you don't see a future with. Now, I get hindsight is 2020, and we have given her some credit for acknowledging her mistakes, but ultimately in these kind of situations, it's the kids that end up suffering. So for the kids' sake, hopefully they're able to learn from her experiences and to do better moving forward. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Give me some feedback, and until next time.